Well, we're 20 years old. We're fairly new high school. We're a high school that's right around 1,500 students. We pride ourselves on being a good football program. I've been there. This will be my 10th year as the head football coach, varsity coach. I've been on campus as a teacher for 20 years, so I've been there for the whole run. And we are the number one in northern section, and there's some good schools in northern section. Sheep all the way up. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers from our area, and all those type of things. But we are the number one in as far as winning percentage in Northern California or northern section history. We've won 56 games in the last 6 years. We are, we've won 4 of the last 6 conference titles, and our conference plays, it's a very good conference. And of course, we've been in the last 2 CIF section championships. In 2007, according to Max Preps, we were rated, I think, 37th in the nation.
Oh, very nice.
So we've done a good job. We've been a football school. It's been fun to be a part of it. We've been able to parlay that into playing some of these big events like what we're playing with you, and that's great because our section doesn't get, because of where we're at.
Right.
It's not caliber football, but from where we're at, we don't sometimes get the exposure that other sections do. And so, especially with our larger schools. And so it's great to be, over the last few years, I've been blessed to be able to be part of American Football Month. I write for them. I'm a part of their board, and it's the largest football magazine in the nation. So what that's allowed us to do is have exposure throughout the country and in our state. So it's allowed us to play in some of these events and big games. And we try to do, schedule top teams. We played the top number 1 rated team out of Washington. We played the number 1 rated team out of Oregon. In the last couple of years. This year, obviously, we're playing in this great event. We're also playing week 1, the state runner-up large school out of Nevada, Reed High School. So, for our 1,500, we're a public school, and we get what we get. So we're proud of our heritage, we're proud of our history, and we're also excited about our season. And this could be a tough opening games, but that's what we do.
Yeah. So tell us, what'd you lose? Who do you have coming back?
Well, we got a big offensive line. We returned most of our starters. We'll be a good-sized offense, and we'll probably be averaging right around 280 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And big kids. We'll bring back one of the state's best receivers in Cooper Janavescus, 6'4" kid, 3-year starter for us that is being recruited by some big-time Division I schools, and he's an exciting player. He caught 11 touchdowns in 11 straight games last year. So we bring him back. We also bring our other Z wide receiver back. So our receiving core is coming back. Our defensive line, we've got an all-state underclassman, first-team all-state underclassman, and Willie Mitchell, who's a fabulous player. Obviously, Plaster's got a tremendous D lineman, one of the best in the country. So that'll be a good matchup between those 2 kids that are highly touted players at the defensive line position. We're going to be pretty raw at the linebacker spot. Normally, we have a solid linebacking core, and I expect us to be solid this year too. But we're going to have kids that got to step up because they're underclassmen. We lost a kid that signed with San Jose State. We have a kid that's was at Boise, now is at Davis. I got a kid at Sac State. All those kids were one core linebacking crew that graduated together. So
that's a nice group.
We obviously lose some people there. We'll return 1 starter our defensive back position, so we got to replace 2 kids there. So defensively, we feel like early on in the season we'll be tested, and we feel like that's our big question mark. And so offensively, we'll have a new quarterback. We graduate our quarterback, but we feel like we'll have a good kid there, especially the receiving core. Like I said, offensive line is going to be a strength. We expect big and a lot of games under their belt. We got a transfer from Idaho, actually, from Skyview High School in Idaho, a running back that we expect. We haven't gone to camp yet, so we don't know exactly if he'll be a first string, second string, but we expect him to. His name's Jacob Shaddix, and he's a very good player at running back. We graduated a really good running back kid that ran for over 2,700 yards for us in over 2 years. So. We expect him to be very good at running back. So I think offensively we're going to be good. We expect to be right there where we've been the last couple of years. And defensively, we've got some kids that can certainly play. We're fast and things, but that's going to be the big question mark.
So you've got an awesome schedule at the beginning, and then you go into league play. Did you put the schedule now with the whole playoff system and picking one champion to play in the regional game before the state game?
Sure.
Is that your feeling going into it? Because some coaches are doing that, just to play these great marquee games.
We in 2007 we were rated number one in the state for our Northern California for our division in all the polls and everything, we ended up getting passed over by a good team. It's in the selection process. I kind of thought, instead of putting all our eggs in the state championship basket or into that bowl game, let's create big games throughout the season that are our bowl games. And so we've tried to schedule the best and play these big event games and play exciting games for our kids. Not really with the thought of trying to get, of course we want to ultimately win all our games and get to the state game if that happens. But we've done that before and got bypassed. So instead of being disappointed at the end of the season and things like that as a coach and players and with things that are out of our control, we've kind of said, okay, let's control the situation. Let's make our own bowl games, our own big games. Let's get excited about the 10 weeks we know we have and let the chips fall where we may. So, I've kind of scheduled a gauntlet of a schedule every year, not so much for the state game, but more so for the kids' excitement, for our community's excitement, and for just the challenge of playing in those games.